everyone, welcome to Morning Laziness. This is Nilima KS, and today we are bringing to you an interview session with Ms. Victoria. Morning Laziness is an online magazine dedicated to women. It showcases various articles, personal life stories, and interview sessions on different matters concerning women. And today, our interview, Ms. Victoria happens to be the co-founder of Breakout Social. So let us welcome our interviewee. Hello, Victoria.
Who is Victoria? So I am one of the co-founders for Breakout Audio. It's an audio SaaS app that's available on the Apple Store and Google Play. My day-to-day role, I am the Chief Branding Officer. At the moment, a little bit of everything as well.
That's great. Well, so how are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you. How about yourself?
I'm doing good too. So, what does an ideal workday look like to you?
Oh gosh, I'll have a lot of calls, especially with my team, the marketing team, also with our NFT team as well. I deal a lot with different influencers and brands, different collaborations that we're working with to bring them onto our platform. And always in front of social media somehow, whether it's for us or just making sure that, we're seeing what's happening within the space. Mm-hmm.
Right. Now, what made you smile today?
I'm talking to you. So yes, that's nice.
Oh, that's a good one. I like it. How are you adapting with the current pandemic-oriented lifestyle?
Here in Florida, I live in Tampa, so we are kind of free here. So I personally don't think we were majorly impacted, but as I travel to different areas, you can definitely see there's, it's like a different world, so.
Right. Now, talking about screen times and social media. So what is your screen time spent on social media and approximate perhaps?
Because a lot of my work also involved with the social media space, whether it's, seeing what's going on or making sure that things are being done in a certain manner with all of our posts or just keeping up with all the trends. I would say in a day, it's at least 2 to 3 hours.
That's good. Well, do you think NFT, which opens to a virtual reality, could perhaps in future adversely affect the health of people as we have as they've got to spend more time with screen and all? So,
I think it's yes and no. Yes and no, because if you can time manage and balance your time, then it really helps out, right? So it's kind of really being disciplined. The virtual reality world is great because it's a trend now. It's something that is changing within the whole world, and knowledge is key, and adapting to all those changes is very crucial. But again, it's good and bad. It's only bad if you're not able to time manage and really, making sure you're balancing everything.
Right. Now let's move on to some questions about the Breakout Social. So tell us about Breakout Social. What exactly is this platform all about?
So we are, imagine Clubhouse meets Facebook, and now there's Breakout. We're an audio social app that offers our user monetization. We're always innovating with new technologies. On our platform, I'm the original creator for the audio hooks, right? We like to have fun with things and just be very creative. So it's a platform that really gives people a safe space to feel that they can talk about anything they like, just as long as they're not harming anyone, and it's freely speak your mind.
Right. Now, what motivated you to choose this particular career path?
I think it's, one of those things where, the right time and place, sometimes it just happens. And for me personally, being creative and always upkeeping with different trends, even in fashion, right? So I personally feel like NFTs and social audio SaaS and all that, it's also something that really transitioned the whole social media world. And it's an opportunity to really think outside of the norm. So that's what really intrigues me the most.
Right. Now, what are some key attractive features of the Breakout Social?
So one of the major thing is, as I mentioned earlier, is no censorship. censorship is very crucial in these days. We believe in freedom of speech, and again, I can't stress it enough. Just as long as you're not harming anyone or threatening someone, that's what it's all about. Is just being able to have real conversations about topics that you're very passionate about. And other key features and services is we recently launched our NFT marketplace. We also have badges that lets all of our user be able to have a sense of belonging with a certain community so they can grow with them. So those are some of the key items that we also have that not many people are aware of as we're growing and adding on more and more features.
Right. Now, what are some upcoming features you're planning to launch through Breakout Social?
Mm-hmm. So very soon, we're going to have a live feed wall. And that is very similar to other social media platforms where you can post and like and comment and things like that. So if you're not always wanting to jump into a conversation and start a room, you're following your friends and other things that you're interested in. B Vault is something that is very in the very near future, and that encompasses all the data. So everybody knows your data is being sold, collected in one way or another. But for us, we've have an exclusive partnership with Data Vault. And with that being said, that partnership allows all of our users to be able to monetize on their data that they are generating on our app. And they get to monetize from it, make money from it. And we're very transparent about it. I mean, if you opt in, you get to have this monetization for being social. While you're being social somewhere else, you're just doing it for free. And now you actually get a piece of it like everyone should be.
Mm-hmm. That sounds interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what is your NFT marketplace all about?
So we try to think of it as almost like a one-stop shop, right? For a user or a brand or an NFT artist or anyone, you're really building a community when you're on Breakout. You have a following, you're talking about things that have similarities and interests amongst your followers and within your rooms. So with that being said, you're able to build that community for an NFT, for example. And from there, that is what elevates the value of any NFTs. And then moving forward after that, once you launch your NFT in our marketplace, your community and everybody else will know about it to participate in the auction, the bidding, and the purchasing of those NFTs. What's really cool with our partnership with Data Vault is that an NFT artist coming on board don't have to worry about minting. The buyers don't even have to worry about minting. The whole process is taken care of for them. And it's just pretty much being creative, build your community, and then when you're ready, make a purchase of your exclusive NFT.
Right. Now, how did you come about launching the B Search?
Mm-hmm. So B Search is really cool. It's really unique. Unlike other search engines, ours, we do not manipulate them at all. So let's say you're searching something on our B Search, it's going to pop up organically versus there's nothing that Breakout does where we say a certain news should be popping up or certain items. It's great for fact checking, right? When you're in a room, when you're talking to someone and they're asking someone about NFTs and they have no clue, they can actually, use our search engine and then look up all the information on there as well. So that's one of the key features why we thought that B Search would be very useful, because it's also a learning tool.
Right, it is true. And I think B Search was one of the things that caught my eye when I was searching about your website, because it was something like new that you were planning to launch in this industry.
Mm-hmm. Correct. And it's not just on our app, it could also be used outside of our app as well.
That's right. Now, what do you think will be the future of NFT in this industry?
I think it's a game changer. I think it already has been a game changer in the short period of time that it's been out there, especially in the art space, right? I come from my background as Sotheby's, so I get that, the rarity, the exclusivity of owning a unique piece. So, with this space, I just personally think it's like, wow, it's a new way of art. It's a new way of owning something rare and exclusive. It's everybody wants to feel like there's some kind of bragging rights or some kind of pieces that it's one of a kind that you personally get to own and or even create. So I just think when I first knew about it or learned about it or found out about it, it's just like, it just blew my mind. Like, is that really happening in the world? But it is. And you know what? If you don't know much about it, definitely learn, because the more you know, obviously, I just really think it's changing the world globally, all around.
Right. And like in other software in other software applications, we have this option that like you need to be like they give you this age limit car permit. So do
Hmm.
you provide such policies through Breakout Social as well?
For age on our platform?
Yes, age limit.
Uh, uh, no, at the moment, I mean, I believe we also have some high schoolers and college students and all ages. Especially what we see that I personally experience is all the younger audience. They like to go on our platform and talk to different mentors and different successful industry leaders and thought leaders for advice. And when we have those rooms, I feel like it's a huge success, because now they're like, wow, we're actually having a conversation with someone that actually been there, done that, and they're getting advice and learning from them. And I think that's like the best of both worlds, right? I've even seen conversations in our rooms where a parent is in there with their kids, and they're talking to somebody that's like really top executive, even in government, and it's such an advantage because it's rare that you get such participation, and we highly encourage it.
Right. Now, what are some future collaborations that Breakout Social is planning to perform in the upcoming years?
Future collaborations. So right now we are working with so many different brands and influencers and different thought leaders in various spaces. But it's one of the big ones that I'm not sure if I'm allowed to share yet, but I'll give you little tidbits. Several major magazine publications will be coming on board as well. They're going to be sharing a lot of their content and brands, and with that kind of reach, it really opens up the doors for so many different users that will fill certain topics and categories that not only that you can find on magazines and digital magazines. Now you're actually having two-way conversations with the publisher themselves, or the certain people that they're writing about, and the Q&A process, in a room. I mean, where else can you find that, right? Even if you're watching TV and you're hearing a great interview, but if you have a questions, how do you do that? You're never going to be able to. But what's so phenomenal with audio SaaS these days is, we encourage all of our brands and companies that come on board, or any users, is to really interact with everyone, because that is the key, is to connect with people globally. And you're just making friends every day, and the resources and the type of information that you're generating is just unheard of. I mean, you tell me. I mean, how if we were doing this interview and somebody's watching us right now, if it wasn't live on Breakout, for example, how can we get some Q&A going on, or how do we get them involved in our conversations, right? So I think it's just a great way of thinking it through, where it's not just a Zoom anymore; it's all the collaboration, and the reach is just limitless.
Right. What were the challenges you faced while establishing or launching this platform?
Um, there's always challenges, and it's just how we kind of turn it around and learn from them. I think, trial and error. We may try something, it's not great, it's okay. Let's just, how do we make it better? How do we innovate to enhance things? Or, sometimes you just have to scrap it and just take it out. I mean, if someone that is doing something that we're doing right now, and you just have to be very agile. You have to be very open-minded to the point where don't get too emotional. And if it doesn't work, find another route. That's my suggestion. Yeah.
Right. Now, where do you see Breakout Social in the next 10 years?
In the next 10 years, I think by then, hopeful that we've created a brand, a safe haven for everyone to know that we're very inclusive of a platform that is for everyone globally. That's the goal.
Right. Now, lastly, what do you think this world needs the most?
I think if we have more opportunities for people to be open-minded, especially until you really been in someone else's shoes, you never know what they're really going through, right? So sometimes reversing the role when you're having difficulties or just trying to understand something, maybe place yourself in their shoes and be open-minded about that. I think things will go totally different than what people would think it would be.
Right, and there's also this famous saying that every person you meet has got a different story to say, and you need to be patient to understand that, and
Yes.
understand their part of the story, and then move on. Right. So, on that note, we come to the end of this interview session. Thank you so much for joining us today. We truly appreciate your time, and thank you, audience. Hope you had a lovely time with us.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for having me. Appreciate you.